from it, about me, I'm overall having a 7 years of experience as a technical trainer and overall 10 years of experience in a development. I am a full stack developer where I have delivered lots of training to the non-technical and the technical people. Okay. And apart from it, if I'll talk about in this demo, we will be learning about the basics of Java. What is Java? What is Hello World program? And a little bit theoretical knowledge on Java Spring Framework, how it is, and what is the advantage of the Spring Framework. We will do that. Okay. So this will going to be the scope of the demo. Okay. So this will going to be the course outline. What we will going to be covering. We're going to be covering introduction of Spring. What is Spring? We're going to cover like IOC module, DOA module, ORM. We're going to be cover MySQL, AOP, MVC. All those things we're going to be covering here. So this course basically designed of a no like who don't know about anything in the programming and he who wants to pursue the technical things here. So we are doing that. Okay. Okay. So now if I'll talk about the add-on topic here, so we're going to be give a little bit demo on the Spring Boot application. We'll also do a little bit knowledge on like microservices. We'll also like learn about how to build application using an IDE using Spring. So this is all about we are doing. Okay. And if I'll talk about the additional course content, so we are using this additional course content here. We're going to be using some sites that I have already mentioned here. So for the additional purpose, we also go through that. Okay. So now let's talk about the projects. What in the project, what we are doing. So in the project, what we are doing, we are creating a e-commerce application website. We are a complete e-commerce website like a Amazon, like a shopping cart where we're going to be and we're going to be making it return and everything. It will going to be detailed project where we're going to be learning the little bit on front end, little bit on back end, and how the delivery and the payments work here. So this the project we're going to be doing here. Okay. If I talk about the certification, you're going to get a Spring Certified Professional certification and a professional develop like a Spring Professional Developer certification here. Okay. So these are the certification. And if you want the free certification also, so here we can use the Java Spring Developer certificate from W3 School. And we're going to be also you can like certify Java Spring Developer from International JavaScript Institute level advanced also. So in the lab setup, we are requiring nothing. We are not charging anything. We're going to be using everything in a free. We're not going to be charged anything here. So the prerequisite is basically you need a high-speed internet and a desktop laptop. The requirement is basically a normal Windows laptop, and that's it. We're going to be using a free ID and everything free. Nothing will going to be chargeable in the lab setup. So now I'll also preparing some mock question inside that. Like we're going to be covering a lot of mock questions here, like what is Spring Framework, what are the benefits. So we're going to be doing the mock interviews as well for your interview placements and for your knowledge checking, like how you are answering and you are getting it or not. So in this course, we're going to be covering all those things, the mock interviews, like how we can inject the bean in the Spring. So right now you're not able to understand, but once we start the course, you will be able to understand everything here. So now let's talk about Java. What is Java? Why Java is important? Why everyone learning is Java right now? Why it is very important? So Java is basically the slogan of the Java is write once, run anywhere. So this will going to be the slogan of the Java for you. Write once, run anywhere. Means you have to write it once in any platform, in any PC, and then it will going to convert a one file. That particular file will going to be runnable in all the system, like Unix, Linux, Mac, Windows, anywhere, Kali Linux, Ubuntu, anywhere you can learn in any operating system in any PC you can learn. So what is the insider of Java? will going to be write the code in the Java. Like you can see here main.java, you can see. So we'll be writing the code in main.java. It will going to be convert like compiler. We're going to be convert that file into the main.class, and then interpreter will going to be converting into the human understandable format. Okay. So it's a main.java compiler will going to be converting into the cloud class file, and it will going to be convert into the human understandable format with interpreter. So I am telling the slogan is write once, run anywhere. What is the meaning here? It will going to be a main.class. That particular file is an independent file. Okay. And that particular file is an independent file, and you can use it anywhere, any platform. Okay. Now, what is this green color? What I am writing this and why it is coming in green color? If I wanted to provide some descriptive manner or something in the class, so I have to put the comments. So this particular comments are the non-runnable. It is a non-runnable line. It is just a line. It is just a comments that we are providing a descriptive way, like this is doing this. That's it. In the program, it will not going to run. So now let's talk about Java Hello World program. Everything in the Java that is, or everything in Java that is a class based, class and object based. Without class, you cannot do anything. What is a class? Class is a blueprint of something, like class having some attributes, some methods or something. So right now you just understand everything will going to be right in Java that is in the class. So for the class, you can provide here the class name. You can provide the class name here, like a class name here, and you can provide the keyword class. So whenever you are writing it, so you can provide this. So class will going to be the constant. Here you can give whatever the present full name, like I'm creating an animal class or anything you can give. So I'm creating a hello world class, so I can give that. Here you can give my name, your name also, whatever you want. Okay. Now, how to print something in Java? So for printing, before printing, there is a one mandatory thing that we need to follow anyhow. What is that one mandatory thing is public static void main string args. Okay. So basically, this is a public static void main string args. So what we will be doing here, we're going to be put everything, whatever we wanted to put or whatever method call we wanted to give, everything inside it. We can create anything outside it, but if we wanted to call that particular thing, you need to use this method. Okay, so right now you just understand class is a mandatory thing, always creating the class. Inside the class, this is a method that is a very important. Why that is very important? Because bec because that the Java will going to look for this method. Java compiler will going to look for this method. It will going to be the starting point of the program. If I wanted to write something here, I'm going to be using system.out.println. Okay. Println will be the method. Method will be denoted as this brackets, the round brackets. Whenever we want writing something in capital, the first letter in capital that is representing like this will going to be your class. So you can see class. Here you can see hello world. So this will going to be your class. Public static void main string arg system.out.println. Here I am printing demo of Java Spring. And then I'm running it, so you can see the output here, demo.java Spring. So here I'm assuming no questions. So this will going to be the Java basics of Java. Class is required, method is required. In the deep down, You do not need to mug this up. Everything has a deep meaning in the line. So we'll be covering soon all those things, okay? Okay. So class, hello world, public static void main system.out.println demo of JavaScript. You did not need to be mug this up. Every word will going to be have a meaning. Okay. So now this is a Java introduction demo. Now let's move to the little bit part of the Spring tutorial. Like what is a Spring, why it is important. So Spring basically, you can say it is a kind of a lightweight framework. Spring. Spelling of a Spring is, we learned Java. For example, we learned Java. After that, what? After that, what to learn? After that, you need to learn the frameworks. One of the framework of the Java, that is Spring. So Spring is a lightweight framework. It can be thought of as a framework of frameworks because it provides support to various frameworks such as Struts, Hibernate, EGBG, SF, etc. So the framework in broader sense can be defined as a structure where we find the solution of the various technical problems. Okay. So the Spring framework comprises of several modules: IOC, AOP, DAO, Context, ORM, WebMVC. Okay. So we're going to be learning all those things inside that. Now, what are the advantages of Spring framework? Spring Web framework will going to be provide you a predefined templates for the database, for everything. So there is no need to write too much of code into that. So basically, it hides the basic steps of these technology. Let's take an example of JDBC template that we do not need to write that much of code. Exception handling and everything will be there. We just need to use the inbuilt libraries and we can good to use. Second one is a loose couple. The second advantage is loose coupling. Now you will going to be asking me what is loose coupling. So the Spring application are loosely coupled because of dependency injection, DI. Will be deep learning and like when we are starting the course, we're going to be deep into what is DI and all. Now it is the third advantage is it is very easy to test, like very easy to test. I told you, like in the starting, it is a lightweight, and by using this, we can do our development faster. So all those things are all those things, these are the advantage of Spring. Okay. So now, uh, let's talk about, what which IDE will be using for all those things. Let's talk about it. We will be using Eclipse IDE. Let me open that and show you something. This is free. We're going to be downloading and doing the setting. Everything will do here. Okay. So this IDE we will be using for the Spring and the core Java. So let's talk about creating a project. I'll want to create a project in Java. I'm just clicking on Java, doing next. I'm giving the project name as a demo. I'll doing the making all settings default. Next. And then I'm doing finish. Code perspective. So this will be my Java project. So GRE, there is an inbuilt when we set up the Java runtime environment is a GRE. What is a Java runtime environment system library? It is used to provide whatever the whatever the environment it is required to run a program. We're going to be using that. I'll right click on the source. I'll going to create a class because in the Java everything is a class. I'm going to create a hello world class. I'm going to do here finish. And then I can put here anything like public static string args. Here I can put like system dot out dot. I can run as Java application. So basically it will going to print you the hello world in Java in the console. Okay. So this will be the our Java program. So yeah.